Why do I get the feeling you're going to be the death of me? Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of Xaereth Prevails, a Grand Arena story. We're in the top 100, guys, and we're facing a truly ridiculous match. It is so crazy. So, here's the situation. We're facing Mecha Rogue. He's in Maw now. He used to be in Wolfpack, and he's a guy I have actually known about for a while. He's not a streamer or anything, but as you'll see, his mods are incredibly impressive. They've been impressive for years at this point, but you can see he does have a little bit more GP than I have. However, there's not actually mitigating circumstance here, is there? He has every single advantage that could be possible here. Guys, look at his mods. I mean, just look at his plus 25s up top. Guys, 93 plus 25s. And then look down below. Like, it's not just top heavy, it's pervasive. Guys, 268 at plus 20. 780 at plus 15. It just goes on. And then he also has really good offense percent mods, just for fun. And then also, just on top of that, look at his relic levels. Relic level 9 and 8 and 7 compared to mine. Not close. Not close at all. So, this is coupled by the fact that he's really good at the game. Here's the one mitigating circumstance, and I wonder if this actually shows it on this. It doesn't. Okay. He doesn't have any GAC Omicrons. He is entirely territory war, and I need to make sure that you guys understand that, because I don't want to sell anything, I don't want to portray him in a different light than he actually is. He cares much more. He hasn't told me this specifically, but just by interpreting how many Omicrons he has and what the distribution is, he even has Starkiller, and has Starkiller at Relic, or at Omicron 0, like 0 Omicrons, not even the unique. So, making a statement, in my opinion. But he still does really well at GAC, because he places all his Galactic Legends, and Darth Revan, and General Skywalker all in the front, and then some pretty good stuff in the back as well. So, here's what I placed, guys. He consistently places the same defense, so I knew that he was going to be trying to do a few different things, and so I put all my GLs that I was going to place in the front. I put 3 Galactic Legends in the front, because none of them are teams that he would be able to one-shot. That meant that I'd have some wiggle room if I needed to fail a couple attacks on him, which I do actually just start with a planned double tap and everything. So, and I'll show you guys my offensive plans as well. This video is going to take a little longer than usual, I'm afraid to say, folks. This is a pretty in-depth fight. A struggle for top 50, which the winner actually didn't even get into top 50, so that's fun. But, anyways, we've got that Rey team. Here's the thing, guys. He does this really impressive thing where he uses the paper cut method on Rey, where she does Lifeblood, and then she does Lifeblood again, and she does Lifeblood again, and you just keep feeding burner teams into the team until she's below her maximum threshold, that's the 50% line, and then he takes in Mon Mothma and her team and just kills Rey and the whole team. Like, he just one-shots her because you don't have to worry about the damage immunity on her. And so that's what he was going to be doing. He's done that a ton of time, countless times, guys. He's done it. It's a very impressive thing, because at the end of the day, it only costs it costs 30 banners, but you can one-shot, essentially, you only cost one team to kill Rey. So to combat that, I was like, you know what, let's put Barriss in there. I think Barriss will shut that down. And then I also put Jedi Master Kenobi, because it's tough, especially without the Zam Omicron. Very, very tough to snipe out Cat on that comp. And then in addition, we have Sith Eternal Emperor. That's a team you can Zerg down, but it takes multiple shots. There's not one single character one single team that's going to one-shot that. Like General Grievous can't do it. I mean, maybe there might be like a bounty hunter comp that you could maybe do it, but bounty hunters are in short supply. Like, you need them for everything else. And then in the back zone, guys, I mean, you can see I put it's like the promised land for him. I put the Phasma, I put Finn, but then I did put the Luke with droids because I thought maybe, even though he's got an inexhaustible supply of everything, you know, of all the good stuff, you know, all the mods, the BB-8 team is going to outspeed any team that he does, no matter what speed mods he has, unless he has some other similar mechanic. I thought maybe the CLS team would have a chance at being able to outdo his heinous modding. Then I put Iden up top. The thing is, you need to make sure that my opponent is going to, if my opponent is going to try to clear me, I need to make sure that he is distracted enough and has to use good teams to kill my other stuff so that he has fewer attempts on my Galactic Legend so he can't clear me. That's kind of the thought, guys. So still a good defense. Not maybe quite as strong as it normally is, but she's got it where it counts. Here's what he placed, and you guys will see. I mean, Lord Vader with the, you know, Maul, and he doesn't have Darth Vader here, but I mean, this is still a very strong comp, and this is actually stronger against bounty hunters, in my opinion, than the comp with Darth Vader on it. He also has Jedi Master Kenobi, obviously ridiculously good mods here, a Jedi Knight Anakin, and Mace. He doesn't have General Kenobi here, which you guys will see where he is. Eventually, you, let's see, Supreme Leader Kylo, and then, of course, Rey. Up top, he's got Sith Eternal. Darth Revan, which he's very, very fast, as you might imagine, with Darth Talon, which makes him actually faster than my Rex is, unfortunately. There's Jedi Master Luke and General Skywalker in the 501st. Really scary defense. So guys, before we jump in to the fights, please help me mount the algorithm. Like, subscribe, comment, all of that stuff. Would really appreciate it. It's been a lot of fun. I really appreciate all of you. Now, let's go and watch our fighting. It's gonna be excellent. Maybe we might just end up in abject terror. No, we're in abject terror. We might just end up in abject failure. One way or another, it's gonna be abject, apparently. Okay. Let me make sure my volume's on here. It was not a blue transition. There we go. Okay, so here's the plan, folks. You can see the 8 teams that I have to face. The bottom zone is marked bottom. The top zone is marked top. So here's the plan. So I want to use General Grievous against Sith Eternal up top if I can. We can use Qui-Gon Jinn and Anakin to take out that Darth Revan team, because it doesn't matter how fast we are. We'll go second, but then if we have Ki-Adi-Mundi, we're going to be able to hit them pretty hard, and at the very least, kill a lot of them. Supreme Leader Kylo, we can use. I didn't want to use him on defense, because he can get one shot fairly easily by Jedi. So Supreme Leader Kylo goes into his Jedi Master Luke. That's a comp that Supreme Leader Kylo does well against. And then we can use Darth Maul with Watt to take out General Skywalker. Then we use Starkiller to kill Rey. Lord Vader can solo that Supreme Leader Kylo, at least in theory. Jedi Master Luke to take out his Jedi Master Kenobi, and then the Lord Vader team will use bounty hunters. If we win, there's a chance, there's a non-zero chance that we win that. But if we don't win, we can finish it off with troopers most likely. We do have Bad Batch as well, a few other teams, but you know, I put my Commander Luke team down as well on defense because, you know, I'm crazy. I like pain, apparently. So, that being said, let's go, folks. We got Jedi Master Kenobi to slay, if we can. So, as always, we'd increase the cooldowns on their Kenobi, and then we just hand the turn to Luke, stun all the people, and then we have to kill Anakin first, because Anakin will kill us first. The thing is, if we hit Cat right away, and I've explained this a lot of times, folks, but if we hit Cat right away, her health pool will go up and down so much that that Anakin's going to take a ton of turns, and that's not great. It's not great for us. We really don't want that to happen. Because, okay, so we triggered Savior, great. Because he does so much damage. He'll kill our whole team. He just has enough damage. He will. He'll take enough bonus turns, he'll kill us. And it's happened to me a few times, and I'm not keen to have it happen again. So despite what a lot of other people seem to want to believe about what we're doing, or about, you know, what the best thing to do is, that's what it is. Okay, look how Grandmaster Yoda does not... Oh no, we'll see. No one has Master's Training yet, or the, whatever it is, the ultimate from Jedi Master Luke. Okay, so hand the turn to Jedi Master Luke, because he's about to get his ult. But Grandmaster Yoda's not here, so you'll notice that once Jolee revives them, then we're... so call Jolee, by the way, so he's doing actual damage, but so that he's reducing his cooldowns. But then you'll note that Yoda does not have the Master's Training buff or whatever. Okay, we're going into super speed here, because once you kill Cat, that's like the win condition, guys. And, you know, it may take a little bit to get through it, but, I mean, as long as you know what the F you're doing, you're going to be okay. Get that Revan back here. You know, one of the things is we're trying to make sure that we get at least full health on everyone. And maybe, I mean, Jedi Knight Luke actually has a chance at full protection, so it's pretty fancy of him. Remember that leadership ability, the ultimate ability, whatever, actually heals protection on people too, just very slowly. Okay, so one Galactic Legend down. Now we've got the Bounty Hunter team, and the goal here is to, at the very least, we mathematically are going to kill his Relic 9 Royal Guard. That's a given. So we'll mass assist on Stormtrooper. We need that mass assist from Bosk there, so that Mando can get his snipe out. And now we can target someone else. And so I hit Stormtrooper. I should have hit Thrawn, and I recognize that right away. But, you know, okay, so Bosk, not long for this life, unfortunately, poor guy. And now, okay, who do we hit? Gosh, this sucks, because Thrawn's gonna fracture someone, and it's like if he fractures Fennec, then we're just done. Like we're screwed. And so now I'm looking at turn meter. I'm like, can I get Mando another turn? If I can get Mando another turn right now by giving turn meter to everyone, then at the very least Mando's going to be able to like call the assist to Fennec, and Fennec is going to be able to go and Fennec's going to be able to kick Maul, but obviously didn't happen. And then they killed Mando there, and because it's the ult for Vader, then we can't actually okay, killed Maul, thank goodness. He couldn't revive due to, you know, the bounty hunter's resolve or whatever. And then Fennec died, and I'm like, oh man, I really wanted to kill Thrawn there, damn it all. But, you know, he's just fracturing and doing Thrawn things. And I'm like, Grief, kill Thrawn, do it! And he did, so he's fancy. Who's a fancy boy? You are, Grief. Good boy. And then he died. But we got 3 banners. Alright, we can clean that up. That's clean upable from this account. Alright, now we're going to do a really sketch. You guys have seen this before. Using Lord Vader. I'm going to just take a drink. I mean, there's almost nothing to explain. We just wait till... Once we get 2 ultimates in us, then we're going to be good. We try to heal with that middle ability. Try to get our ultimates. And try to just survive until then. It's fun times, guys. So one thing I'm not convinced with, people were telling me that I should be hitting their First Order Stormtrooper, but because then I think he calls assists, and then it boosts my numbers a little bit, because I'm taking damage. I'm not convinced that that's what I should do here, folks. I think I should hit crew so we survive longer, frankly. So stay being in yellow. We have like 500, 600k hit points, something like that. It's fairly impressive. And the goal here, guys, at the very least, we want to be able to kill the ads. As long as we can kill the ads, we're good to go. So, yeah, so it's not looking great, and we died. Because he has amazing mods, and what the hell, like, damn it all. So, here, hold on. Wait 1 second. Wow. Okay, we're gonna rewind that just a little bit. But then we have to readjust things, guys, because look at that Supreme Leader Kylo. He is doing, I mean, no one's dead. And that is a big deal, guys. That I can't understate. Like, it's a turn meter loaded. Look at all those relics. Amazing modding. What can we do? Like, are we just totally derailed? We essentially just threw an entire galactic legend in the trash. Like, no gain whatsoever from that move. There was nothing. No Lord Vader. Like, 5 GLs versus 6 now. Like, what are we gonna do? It's crazy. So we have to realign. We have to readjust our plan because, frankly, I'm not really that into just giving up. So here's the old plan. Here's the new plan. All right. So we've got Lord Vader alone left. You know, I guess he's a stormtrooper. I blotted him out prematurely, but we got troopers for that if we need to. So what we need to do, folks, we're gonna have to adjust. If you remember, we had Kylo targeting. We had my Supreme Leader Kylo targeting his Jedi Master Luke and General Grievous to take out that Sith Eternal. What we have to do now, we have to multi-shot that Sith Eternal. There's no recourse for it. We can't one-shot it, but we can then move General Grievous down to slot in against that Jedi Master Luke team, and then we could take the Supreme Leader Kylo team that was slotted to kill Jedi Master Luke, and at the very least we get to fight a Supreme Leader Kylo team that can't gain turn meter because we have our own Hux on the team. And, you know, Hux will negate their ability. So that's kind of the plan, at least. So, I mean, everything else could kind of stay the same. And let's move right along, folks. I know this video is going to take a while. But, okay, still got Starkiller. He doesn't have Jedi Training Ray on this comp, which was nice, because Starkiller is always afraid of it. So, look at the new way I'm doing it, guys. So, first shot with Mara was not the Tenacity down, it's the Shock one, so that we can immediately make it so that Holdo does not taunt. We don't want her to taunt. Shock prevents her from getting buffs. We really want to get... so I just dispelled everything with Starkiller for funsies there. But as long as we can get Rey into damage immunity before her first ult, that's what we really want, folks. So, I mean, that's what we did, clearly. And now we're just going to try to get as many people into damage immunity as we can. And we can't get that inspiration out because we can't crit her right now, unfortunately. I believe that's how it works. So, anyways, damage immunity on Poe. You get damage immunity. You get damage immunity. Everyone, we're playing. Look at this. We could get our Star Destroyer before her ult, actually. But we just want everyone to have damage immunity, guys. That's all we want. Just keep hitting that shock button. And Rey keeps building her mastery, which is a little bit scary, frankly. Okay, now we can get rid of her. Now we can get rid of her thing with this stuff. Whatever it is, the inspired. The thing is, as long as she has any stats of inspired, whenever we gain turn meter, then she hands out mastery to the rest of her team, and she gets it for herself. So we gotta limit that as much as we can. And when she's in damage immunity, we can't actually crit her and get rid of that damage immunity. So now we're just waiting. Come on, Rey, hurry up, please. Okay, does her AOE, doesn't kill me. Let's throw the Star Destroyer at them. Whole team dies. We heal up and finish her off. Pretty smooth, guys. Without Jedi Training Ray there to mess things up, it's a very smooth counter. So, gosh, that board just looks like my 8-year-old's mouth, just gap-toothed and missing pieces, but still mostly intact. All right, so we're using Night Sisters here. This comp, here's the thing about Sith Eternal on defense. Like, he's very zergable. You can kill him over time with a bunch of like kind of cheap counters, but it costs you. It does cost you you know, you can't one-shot him. Unless you use General Grievous. Against most of these comps, General Grievous can actually work. But, you know, gosh, I'm trying to kill Sidious here. So Sidious is the one who can really mess with us here, in my opinion. So that's what we're trying to do here. Anyways. Alright, we can do the AoE. Cool. Killed them. Now they all reset. So, I mean, the goal here is to kill all the ads. And then, sure, we'll try to kill Sith Eternal, but that never works. Never works. Once he's solo, he just, eventually, he gets his ultimate too fast, because you're hitting him too much, you're taking too many turns, and then he fries you, because that's what he does. That's how he rolls. That's what kind of a guy he is. What kind of a person. I'm not making excuses. I'm not a big fan, but, you know. Anyways, we gotta work fast, and then at some point I realized we gotta kill the Sith Empire Trooper first, in fact, because otherwise, if we keep killing other people, then he's going to just keep reviving, and we'll have to work through our way through him. So we've already worked, so it's been almost 3 minutes, and we've only killed 2 ads, but Sith Empire Trooper is the one that is the scariest, and, you know, oh, look at that, Tilo Mad rated me for party of 3. Thank you, Tilo Mad. Good man. Good mad. And as long as we can, alright, kill Dooku here. Let's get rid of his speed down, or speed up, just for fun. Okay, apparently I put the transition in there, but you guys can watch. I mean, he gets his ult, we don't do enough damage. And he fries us. We can't revive because he used his Force Lightning to fry us, and now he's like, let me just fry Zombie just a little bit. Just a little bit. Just the tip, just for a minute, you know? And then he wins. Okay, but we killed the ads, so now we can leave him alone. Now let's use Grievous here. This is scary, guys. This is terrifying. So, I mean, who do we want to target here? I don't even know. And then, gosh, here's the conundrum, folks, is if you kill any of the Jedi, do you just time out in case Jolee is about to revive them? That's something that is a pretty scary thought to me. Look at poor old Magnagard just about to kick off. I think he barely survived, though. It looked like he's, like, waiting his turn to just go and kill himself. Okay, so now he's gone. Can do the AoE, and there's still not that much target lock on him, but we're getting a lot of turn meter anyways because, you know, we're hitting Jedi Master Luke a lot, and, you know, eventually we're kind of wearing him down, and we're getting to the point, it's like, wow, we're actually for real, like, making some progress on Luke himself. So the question is, okay, so look at all these guys we killed. Do we just let it sit and then finish this team off later? And then I was like, you know what? We're gonna get greedy. I don't know if I advise this ever, folks. This is maybe really brash of me, but it panned out this time. Like, if Jolee had gotten a turn and revived the whole team, we'd have been screwed. We'd have been totally screwed. But that's not how it happened this time. So, I don't know. Thank goodness that worked. That was perhaps foolish of me. I probably should have just left it, frankly. Alright, so Supreme Leader Kylo, good. Thank you, Hux, for giving us a word in Edgewise. And at the very least here, guys, the goal is to kill all the ads. We can finish. I have enough teams, like, you know, we have Mon Mothma, we have Geos, we have all the teams that we need to be able to finish these guys off, if necessary. You know, to finish Supreme Leader Kylo off, but we need the ads gone. That is very important here. There Kylo gets the ult, but my guys are surviving at a pretty decent rate here. Not bad. Alright, killed one of their tanks, that's cool. And my team is not long for this life, so I guess we called a mass assist for Hux and commit elaborate suicide. Wonderful. May as well do the AoE. We at least get some ultimate meter. And alright, the whole time I was telling the stream, I'm like, if we can just kill Hux, that's the main thing. Killing the rest of them It will be trivial once we kill Hux, and then of course he's the last one to die. But alright, we've got the 3-turn ult here. He doesn't have his ult yet, so the question is, what do we do? And I mean, let's just build Mastery so that we get a bunch of damage, and then we can do our last hit as a poke. 210k, got it. Whew. Alright, got another GL down, folks. So now he's got Darth Revan. Let's use our Qui-Gon team with Anakin and Ki-Adi-Mundi. Alright, I mean, it's already go time. What are you waiting for, dude? Okay, so killed some of the ads at least, and alright, looks like Malik's gonna die. Okay, this is cleanupable. Easy enough. We got it. And in fact, well, it's not good banners. It's terrible banners, but we got through it in one shot. That's good. That's good. Alright, let's finish off Lord Vader here. So, well, it's not exact. I mean, we're gonna do our best. We'll just use Traya here. Might as well. I was like, you know what? I would like Traya for other zones and other things, but at the very least, like, I didn't want to risk taking troopers in and then getting stuck on Stormtrooper at Relic 8, and you know how tanky, stupid Stormtrooper is, and just, you know, potentially losing my entire Troopers team for no gain. That would be complete disaster as well. So we're just gonna waste an entire team just to kill one Stormtrooper. Alright, got the Annihilate off, and now we're just gonna time out. He does his AoE, and we're timing out. I actually did fight him for a while later, but decided not to show you guys the footage because it got us nowhere, because my guys are only like Relic 5 on that team. So, alright, we've used troopers to finish Lord Vader off multiple times, countless times, bazillions of times, folks, and an extraordinarily modded Lord Vader is no exception to our robust and powerful Imperial troopers. So I was like pointing out, look at my score, 560 to after we've cleared one full zone and half of another. It's just not good. Okay, so Star Killer team is there, really fast dash team, but we got to finish off Sith Eternal here, and there's General Skywalker as well to try to figure out. So we're kind of fast forwarding this because it's just, so really it's just a bunch of posturing. It's like Wampa can't hit back because he's got the Deceived debuff. And a lot of times he's just going to howl for fun, because howling is fun if you're a Wampa, apparently. And meanwhile, Emperor's just trying to do things. Okay, so I'm messing around with the auto button here because I was like, man, why do I have to push these buttons? But what ends up happening is I tested it, and he doesn't do his Icebreaker move when you put it on auto because it's a single opponent that he's facing, and so for whatever reason he just doesn't do his AoE here, which, I mean, he doesn't always have to, but I feel like Sith Eternal's gonna get the advantage eventually. Well, I mean, that's a good slappy fight. Some people were telling me that I should have just used Wampa to solo the whole team. I think that was false. I think I'd just get stuck behind that Sith Empire Trooper and lose the use of that character. So finished off Sith Eternal. Now we've got to kill General Skywalker. And then we have Star Killer, we have Dash, we have Mandalorian team in the back. Still some pretty tough stuff. So, alright. Mando with Watt. Let's do it, guys. Let's get it done. Gotta knock him over. And we're gonna have to use a third stack to knock him over because he's incredibly modded. Now we've got to kill 5. Good. Okay, one shot him. Good. Let's see if we can kill Rex. Wonderful. All right. Can we finish off these clones before Skywalker stands up? That's the real question, in my mind, in my opinion. All right, we've got 2 stacks here. Good. Let's get it. Let's get it. Come on. We killed the ARC Trooper. Get him. Get him, boys. Cool. All right. Canderous is like, hey, why don't you hit me 3 times and I'll die? And General Skywalker's like, done, son. All right, we got days on him. It's good. I put the shield tech on Jangos, just so that if he got daze, he'd wear it. It would wear off, so that he would be able to keep going. He'd be able to assist. Is more like it. And there we go. Kind of ugly, kind of scary, but we got 61 banners for it, for our efforts, and we're through it, guys. We're through that top zone. Let's see what he's got in the back for us. He's got Executor and the GT2 fleets. Okay, so he's got Starkiller here, but he's not fast because it's Darth, Maul, lead. But there is Kenobi here, and you know, Starkiller does not have his Omicron, remember, so they're not ludicrous speed anyways. And then Ninth Sister is the Desufu, so kind of a fun combo. But okay, I was like, you know what? Let's just hit Visas because Jedi Master Kenobi can't we can't crit her, so therefore he can't taunt. And I couldn't figure it out until I realized we're actually dispelling with Worthless Guy. We're dispelling the damage immunity, or the crit immunity from Visas. And so that means that she's eligible to be crit, and therefore Kenobi then taunts. So there's a minor mystery solved. Another happy landing, if you will. Remember, without that unique on Starkiller, they don't have double hit points. So they just have like their base hit points. They don't have any turn meter game mechanics. So you can see they don't even have any turn meter, guys. They're just sitting there. Sitting ducks. Hooray. You know what's funny? They actually say there will be sitting ducks in episode 1. And that's fine, except are there ducks in Star Wars? I don't really care if there is. It's just an interesting thought, I suppose, to me. Anyways, got 65 there. Great. Their dash team is ridiculously fast, though, guys. So here, let's pause the video for 1 second, because I was thinking about how to do this. My Bad Batch are not fast enough to keep up with these guys. And Dash is going to go first. He's like 20 speed faster. But then there's no Kira here, so she's not gaining enough turn meter to be able to go next, to put stagger on everyone and really take advantage. And so the idea here is, as long as we can get a turn from Tech fairly early on, we should just be able to bludgeon them and take them out. Like because Tech will cleanse all of the debuffs. The start is scary with Dash because he puts all these debuffs on us, including daze, so we can't gain bonus turn meter. His whole team gets a lot of turn meter from this initial attack. But then my Echo's actually fast enough that he just went second. So we did this, they get a few turns, and that's not fun. But then Tech gets to go. He dispels all the debuffs here, he stuns some of them. And now, I mean, it's business as usual, guys. And keep in mind, this is a non-Omicron Dash team. So, you know, we can actually kill these guys before Vander Chewie is killed. Which is probably a big part of this. I don't know. I don't know exactly how, I mean, we saved Vander till almost last, in fact. It's almost appalling in a way. Okay, that was a mistake by Omega. Should have saved that cool shooting thing for Nest. All right, now we're speeding up. So here's the thing, guys. We put healing immunity on her, and then we don't want that true damage to go on us or anything. We don't want to cause extra instances of damage. We just want her to take a turn eventually. And then hopefully she'll be stunned for us so she doesn't do damage. But one way or another, that doesn't matter. As long as Hunter needs to not do his basic, he needs to just do specials the whole time, because his basic will reduce her turn meter. Everyone else just does basics, essentially, until Nest gets another turn. And you just kind of chisel away at her because she's got healing immunity, and you can just keep applying the healing immunity. And, yeah, so yeah, it's taking multiple iterations, you know. Relic 8 Nest with a lot of health has a lot of health. Tough times to do this, and there we go. We got 65. So now he's got this Bo-Katan team, and I'm like, okay, I have role players left. I do have Gideon though, so that's good. And Vader and Thrawn, I mean, role players. They're fine. They're all people who kind of miss Lord Vader. Hold on a sec, guys. Alright, I had to clear my throat. My bad. So, I mean, you guys know what's going on here. Just Merciless Massacre alongside... I mean, it's Vader lead. I haven't used Vader lead for a while. So, I was kind of unused to all of the stacking dots, in fact. Just kind of forgot that that was even a thing. So... You know, with Vader, you can use Culling Blade early and often because those dots don't just disappear. If you're under the Emperor, then you kind of want to be more strategic with all the damage over time debuffs, because once they're gone, they're gone. Though in this case, I mean, this whole team is just gone. This wasn't really. I didn't really think this was going to be that much of a challenge. Of course, if we had used any more teams, I mean, this is like our best team by far. We really don't have that much left. So we did clear squads though after much soul searching and heartache. We finally got it, and now we got ships. He's got Executor, so I've got my First Order squad. Relic 8 on First Order Officer, which doesn't guarantee that he survives this initial barrage. So they do the initial barrage. Almost dead. We need to get turn meter to the echelon so we can heal up. There we go. Healed up a little bit. And then, thank goodness, Razor Crest called Houndstooth instead of Cad Bane. Okay, so shoot Cad Bane here. And the whole goal here, guys, is we gotta kill Xanadu Blood. And then we need to make sure that we have full control of Houndstooth at all times. We don't want Houndstooth to taunt. Not until we're ready for it. So, decided not to use my stun on Razor Crest there, because I wanted to be able to get a stun later. Alright, Slave 1 comes in. We need to take Slave 1 out as quickly as we can. Alright, so we almost killed him, and then, of course, that failed, and then I should have tried to stun Houndstooth, and then I failed to do that. Alright, can we stun Houndstooth? No. I wasn't sure if that was 50% turn meter. Anyways, you know. Okay, they got their contract thing kind of early. That's scary. Okay, we've got the stun on Houndstooth though, so we've got control of Houndstooth still. All right, Slave 1's gone. And then they've got Echelon just pieced out. It's fine. We can maybe deal without it. Okay, let's get the Special Forces TIE Pilot in. Try to get another instance of control on their Houndstooth. Either stun or ability block. And then I decided, you know what, let's get the stun on their IG-2000. Alright, ability block on Houndstooth. Great, right before he took a turn, so he can't taunt. Can call the assist with Silencer. Wonderful. Silencer's almost gone, so let's do a big AoE kill. Houndstooth. And may as well just hand the turn to Silencer again. Do more damage. There we go. And he shoots at the shuttle and misses. And then I was like, hey, shuttle lives. Oh, never mind. Executor just killed it out of spite. But at this point, it's looking like, well, we can at the very least finish this off with something else. Like, we can clean it up easy enough. But we got the one shot. And now let's use Home 1 against Negotiator. What could happen? What bad things could happen? And I've done this a lot of times. This is the frustrating part, though, guys, is when Falcon doesn't assist, there are issues. So, all right, let's dispel the nonsense on Biggs here. And I mean, that was fine. But now we need to get that Y-Wing down all the way so that Anakin can appear. And, man, it's rough times, folks. We need to get Cassian in. But if Cassian is in, we can dispel all the debuffs, but Anakin is one step away. Like, he still has his loyalty buff. So what do we do? Do we bring in a tank? Do we bring in Cassian? I don't even remember what I chose to do here, guys, actually. We choose to do like a half step here. Or just Cassian. I actually don't remember. Okay, yeah, so we did the half step. So we get another reserve in next turn. And... alright, let's get Anakin into killable range. Wonderful. Okay. Cool. Cool. Still haven't done their AoE yet, so that's scary. Because we can just give a buff to everyone for funsies. Oh yeah, they do their AoE. Kill Biggs, put Daze onto Falcon. But we still have Biston here. So we get the Dispel. Biston gets to assist. Biston starts assisting. And Plo just evaporates. So yay, hey, hooray for that. Try to take out 5s here, do the wiggle with the Falcon. And at the very least, it's looking like we'll be able to clean this one up as well. Let's finish off 5s there. We don't want any debuffs on Ahsoka right before she's about to take a turn, because she's just going to cleanse it, and it's a big mess. So let's, I don't know. We'll just keep going. I like to leave their Y-Wing until last when I can, just because then they don't have retribution as much. Look at Lando's Falcon doing some work. Only some though, and then it died, so that was cool. And all they have left is a Y-Wing. Goodbye. And then they have Malevolence still. We're gonna take Negotiator, and apparently we should have targeted the Hyena Bomber first and just killed it. Apparently that's a thing. You do basic with 5s on Hyena Bomber, and then you do the AoE and kill it that way. Instead, I'm killing Sunfac, which, I mean, we kill Sunfac, we kill that Vulture, that's fine. I think that this method is fine as well, but I'm told that it's better to kill Hyena first, for whatever it's worth. So, well, let's kill Hyena now. And this is a tale as old as time, folks. This is like as old as Beauty and the Beast. Okay, so we're being strategic here. We just use a basic on Anakin because that Spy is here, and the second we hit Spy with anything, Spy will go into stealth. So okay, let's dispel the lightning thing, the Harry Potter thing off of Spy. Okay, finish off Hyena, and then hopefully we get Anakin. Yeah, okay, so we do the AoE and get the buff immunity on Spy, so Spy can't go into stealth. And now we'll just do the AoE, finish it off, and call it good. Guys, whoo, boy, we just full cleared. We just full cleared that crazy thing. All right, wow, I didn't pause in time. All right, let's go see what the results are, shall we? We can see what the results are. That'll be epic, properly epic, I think. Hopefully, it won't be improperly epic. Let's find out. Alright guys, he took a while to attack, which is fine, but he did in fact fail quite a bit on my defenses. You can see up top here, that's my Supreme Leader Kylo team with the results over their faces. That's Supreme Leader Kylo. He got it down to just Sith Eternal Emperor, sorry. Sith Eternal Emperor and Malak just hanging out there alone. They only spent 1 battle on that. He took 7 fights. I don't know what he used, guys. He likes to use a lot of burners like I do. So I don't know how many like legitimately amazing teams he used. And I was asking him what he used to kill these guys. He hasn't answered yet. I'm sure he'll tell me. But I mean, my guess is he used bounty hunters to kill my tanks. You put the double tanks there though, so that he can't easily use bounty hunters to snipe my cat out. And then we have Dash with friends, and my dash is actually a little, I mean, here's a fun flex, guys. My dash is actually faster than his, though my guess is that his is like kind of more of a casual, like, yeah, I'll just throw like the 360 plus speed on dash, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna just use all my best mods on dash to make it happen. So one way or another, he got a couple holds, and then my Rey, he wasn't able to get her down. He said that he actually timed out with Mon Mothma trying to use it. So Barris worked, and he was super gracious, by the way, guys. Really nice guy. Really, really, really nice guy. And like when I told him I wanted to use Barris against that, he was like, oh, that was smart. Like just unreservedly, like that was smart. Really nice guy. So can't be understated. Very, very classy. And that was after the fight. Like after he had lost, he said that. Like complimented me. Really nice guy. So anyways, then we have, I did get a hold with my Bando team with Han and Chewie, so that was fancy of me. And then in ships, he took a couple times to get through my Executor, a couple times to get through my Chimera, and then Radis just died like the dog it is. And here's my final thoughts, folks. So that was a tense fight. You guys saw how many times I failed. It was a struggle the whole way through. I mean, I'm no stranger to multi-shots and double taps and triple taps and fails on all levels, but, I mean, he's got a lot of advantages, folks. He doesn't have any Omicrons, but, man, if he did have those Omicrons, this would have been even more tense. It was a lot of fun, though, facing off against this kind of an account, this kind of a defense. This is the ultimate slugfest. So I do think, though, folks, there is such thing as going too hard on defense. And this is it. Because I could game the system so that I'm like, okay, I know you're not going to have a GL here. So what can kill my Ray team? Probably not much if I have Barris on there. Similarly, like if you combine that, it's like, okay, so maybe you can use like bounty hunters and someone else to combine to kill that, but probably not both Jedi Master Kenobi and Rey. And then of course I put a bunch of other distracting teams that took legitimate teams from him to be able to counter it all. So yeah, I'm proud of this one, guys. I really am. I won the week, so that's the first time I've won a full group. I've gone 2-1 a ton of times, but 3-0, this is the first time I've won an entire group for a very long time, since the first season, since the restructuring. So I'm number 55 now, and my bracket's going to be ludicrous this coming week, I'm sure, but I'm going to just take this time to be excited about this win and about this week. It's been a good week, folks. I've played well, I feel like, and now we're in number 55 and with the potential to climb higher. So let me know what you think in the comments. Huge props to my opponent, once again. Really classy guy, and his mods are so cool. So ridiculous, but, I mean, very admirable at the same time. Guys, thank you all so much for watching. This is a really long GAC video, I realize, but thank you all so much for watching, and remember that in all things, Xaereth prevails.